Hi and welcome to part 7 of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. Jack's still playing. We're on Oil Drum Alley, the best of the alleys. It's full of oil drums. Oh, it's crazy. Nah.
I saw a guy fishing today in a river, and he was standing in the river, and I'm thinking the fish aren't going to fall flat. I can see his feet.
Why do you think fish get caught, Jack?
I think they get caught on the line. They think, oh, there's some bait. But I think they see some fishermen's feet and they'll be like, hang on a minute.
There's something up here.
Yeah. I think they sort of stole the music for this level from like Beverly Hills Cop videos that didn't get made.
Right.
This is how I think you look when I do anything stupid.
Well, like Donkey or Diddy?
Diddy. Actually, I can't
Donkey
really
just sort of staring morosely into space.
I don't know, like, I think they're both sides of your rage and like depression at like my performances sometimes.
You seem to know this level rather well. You seem that's two secrets you've got there.
Well, you know, like, I think I just remember them from ages ago, but to be honest, whenever I see TNT barrel in this game especially, I'm thinking, I've got to be able to blow something up with this.
Yeah.
And I think it's less obvious in future games because TNT barrels get used for all kinds of reasons, but here, TNT barrel almost exclusively means there's going to be one of them wall secrets coming up. You got to make sure you jump off the oil barrel. You want to get enough height to get this crucial barrel.
Is it crucial?
Nah. But if you die, that is basically your midway sort of barrel. I love this music, I think.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, definitely worth getting this far in the game for. It's definitely one of the best tracks in the game. Just so techno and
But now you don't need to get this far in the game, Jack, because we've recorded this.
Yeah, and I got here very quickly without making like 100 deaths on one level. I think I did very well.
Let's not go crazy, Jack.
Let's not go to over 9,000.
So, yeah.
So if you look in the background, you actually see there's some stolen radiators. Like, as well as them stealing all the bananas, they've also stolen the central heating and they've put it in this building.
And that's why nowadays monkeys don't have central heating.
Yeah, because Crocodile stole it.
Like, I just don't, like, why do they think, I know this is a ridiculous question, but why do they think, like, monkeys' natural enemy is lizards?
I was thinking about this, and I'm thinking the best explanation is Godzilla and King Kong.
Oh, okay, because, yeah, I guess Donkey Kong is named after King Kong.
And,
Cog.
What else? Have you ever seen the ill-fated Donkey Kong Country TV show?
Never.
It's a pretty tough watch just because they have a musical number in every episode. But it's all...
Why did they do these things?
I don't know. But it had quite there's quite a lot of episodes anyway. It had a full cast. The animation was all sort of CGI and looked very true to the games. It's quite impressive in that respect, but otherwise it wasn't up to much. It was quite camp, if you ask me. It was like watching Glee, but with the cast of Donkey Kong Country. But yeah, they have a discussion at one point where Donkey Kong and Diddy have been to see a movie, and it's a movie where Godzilla beats King Kong, and they're just discussing who's the best. Obviously Donkey Kong thinks the monkey's best.
I would have thought they all did.
Well, Diddy seemed to think the lizard was pretty good.
Well, Diddy's so fickle though. Do you think Dizzy Rascal based any of his shtick on Diddy?
Diddy Rascal? I don't know, he's got the same hat. And I feel like if this might be a bit inflammatory, but if Dizzy Rascal got shot on stage, I think a bigger, sort of beefier version of him would like instantly take over and start singing.
I have seen Diddy Rascal chuck a barrel and then like a bodyguard come out of it. I have actually seen footage of Dizzy Rascal falling off stage.
How was that?
It's very funny.
Did a little balloon like shaped sort of image of his head come up and then
he just got fired out of a cannon and flew over the stage. He got into a bonus area.
Dizzy Rascal. That's his bonus areas, as he says so on Bonus Areas, which is track 8 of his latest album.
Bonus air.
You can interpret that however you like.
I think that just applies to things in life, to be honest. Some more potatoes there.
So this is one of 2 of these sort of on rails levels, if you will. The second one has a nice twist, but I think we'll save that for then.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I'm glad you don't have to actually. That looks like a treadmill to me. I'm glad you don't have to use it as one.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
This level would be infinitely harder because the timing on these jumps isn't exactly good at the best of times. Freaking out! I love how he sort of jives on the end of the platform for a bit.
He just does a bit of a dance, like,
yeah.
whose platform's this now?
It's like moonwalk. I think you think that's the whole point of this level? Like, they're all kind of like, I want to play.
Sorry, what? Oh, they're all trying to get on the platform.
Like, I want to play on the platform, but they can't quite get the hang of it.
Well, if you think that they're stuck on a platform with no other access routes, and below them is certain death, I'd be pretty eager to get on the platform.
Like, you know, there's clearly no way this level is anything but just a challenge for gamers. Oh, for God's sake. Just because who would design a level like this for the minions? Right. This might not work, but I'm going to put you in complete isolation above a giant pit with only one possible way of getting off.
Okay, and what do we do if he doesn't come this way?
Well, I've left a barrel of sawdust on every platform which you can eat to sustain yourself till it does.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
We don't eat sawdust.
I've left a barrel of sawdust on every platform. Every human being, every animal, every plant can actually sustain itself on sawdust. Or was that milk? I forget. We'll find out. Actually, plants don't do well with milk, as far as I can remember. Apart from the great breastfed plant.
It's back to the game.
Yeah. Do you think those little candles in the background are the graves of the animals that didn't take to the sawdust diet?
Yep.
Me too. I'm glad we had this chat.
I think from now on, I might start having the instruction manuals with me, just so I can sort of counteract anything you say.
Do you think in the manual they've got something that would be able to counteract my idea that those are graves? Like, do you think they've got a description of every level?
It explicitly states in the background these are not graves.
I suppose I need to do that to get there.
Well, there's probably a bit of controversy over Nintendo in the 90s about kids trying to put themselves in the background and kill and become graves.
It's true. I mean,
I read an article, I think it was in The Sun, and it was basically saying how a kid had played his Xbox for 12 hours and died, and it was definitely the Xbox's fault.
well, you know, maybe it was the bear that was eating him while he was doing it, but no, that would never get coverage.
Well, they said it was because he was sat. Yeah, he was sat still for 12 hours and got deep vein thrombosis and died. Right.
Okay.
I think he had a heart attack or he collapsed, which is tragic, and I'm not saying he deserved it. But it's not the Xbox's fault, is it? Because you can sit for 12 hours reading a book,
and the book you'd still get DVT for the same reason.
Yeah.
If anything, the fact that you have to be active while playing a game probably gave him a bit of extra movement, if you know what I mean.
I think what bothered me the most is I'd read that literally after suggesting a date for a 24-hour video game-a-thon.
Well, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand. I think. Do you know what I really think? You know, you get a lot of
I never do, Jack.
You know what? This bad coverage of video games. It's not because they're worried about the kids. It's not because they think video games are actually harmful or like Grand Theft Auto or all this man. I thought it's all a smokescreen. Do you know why they get so much bad press?
Why, Jack?
Because parents are shit at video games.
Speaking of being shit at video games,
I'm a dad.
Parents are shit at video games. Well,
I mean, now, see if you can share. I'll see if I can get you to relate to this. This might be a thing, but like myself, I imagine your childhood was full of lots of gaming time.
Yeah.
Now, were you ever like, oh my word, this could be it, when one of your parents took a slightest bit of interest in what you were doing? Like, wow, you might be interested in this stuff.
Well, the thing is, I was never that interested in video games, and then my parents bought me a Super Nintendo for my birthday's 2 weeks before Christmas, so I think I just turned 6, and they got me it for that Christmas.
Okay.
And it came with Starwing, or Star Fox, as it's known outside of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that?
I'll
just tell the story.
Yeah,
so I didn't have the slightest interest in video games before then, but they bought it for me. They initiated it, and then they said they were proud of. They see. I remember them being like proud of me for beating Starwing.
Oh yeah.
Now,
had they tried it themselves? Or?
They did. I think we all tried it. Yeah.
And it's not exactly a walk in the old park, is it? I mean, it's not completely unforgiving, but
I mean, I'm not slating my parents' gaming ability in any way, but it was only there and because of them playing it that I discovered you could die in the training stage.
Oh dear. See, that's why, a lot of parents don't want games to be in the house, just because there will be that time when they die in the training stage, so to speak.
But this is the weird thing, is because now we're getting to a stage where gamers are gonna, the people who grew up on proper video games are starting to have kids and stuff. And
yeah, it's going to be an interesting generation, because if, I don't know, like what your plans for potential families are, but
honestly, you're gonna say your potential video game plans, like, oh well, I'll keep playing them, Jack, no matter how old I get.
No, I'm just
put that before the family.
I'm just thinking, like, will there be something like whatever the equivalent of the in console? Will that be in your front room? Because the one thing is that I might not marry someone who shares my enthusiasm, but I hope I do. But like, there's every chance that there'll be something like an Xbox in the main room. That being said, we'll see you next time.
Hold that thought.